will just be like as easy. So all of us we thought life is like that, right? No, sometimes it's like that, but it's not always like that. So we're going to difference between fantasy and the reality of life. Okay, first of all, let's understand it is a way in which two or more people, group, or things are connected, or the state of being connected together. So relationship, like our master said earlier, is a relationship between you and your friend. So you and your classmate. Yeah? I said, okay. What did you say? You said I should come again. You should come again. Sorry. That's the way I forgot. In case you don't get any point, just let me know, okay? So relationship is the way in which imagined circumstances or situations, often highly desirable, typically desirable, typically unrealistic. So it is always unrealistic. A fantasy is an imagined circumstances, situations often highly desirable and tropically unrealistic. Right? Is fantasy is always tropically unrealistic. So all of us always imagine that as we are growing up, like in time, as we are schooling here, before you know it, we travel out abroad. But it's not always like that. Always, thinking like that makes us always see things as if they are easy. Some of us, when we start thinking like that, you see that it makes us not to work hard to achieve our aim, because we already have it in mind that we always get to that place. Some of us that are watching all these Nollywood movies, we will see somebody will start and somebody will stay in Onitsha or in the village suffering. All of a sudden, the person will now travel to Lagos. The next month, now the person will come back with a car and be driving with a car. All those things are fantasy. Life is not always like that for everybody. So the reality is a state of things as they actually exist, in contrast to an idealistic or optional view. So the reality of life is always the way things are. That's why some of us, when we are going through relationship, because we have the fantasy mindset, we always want our relationship to say that why is she not calling me, or why is he not calling me. You don't even know when that person you are expected to call you, when that person is in trouble. Why not you check up on that person that you are expecting to call you? Even me, I'm always like that. Growing up, I'm like that. I want that person. This is my friend, Chidoma. Why is she not? She have not called me today. Why is he not? Chidoma has been always calling you, and today now Chidoma does not call you. It is your duty as a real friend who knows that I'm in a relationship to call and check on Chidoma. All people are listening. Yeah, you shouldn't wait for Chidoma to call you. She has been calling you, and all of a sudden she stopped. Why not call her and check what happened? But somebody that have a fantasy man, and she's the one to call me. After all, I've gave her money this day. I did this thing to her. I know that's the wrong thing. But somebody that have a reality mindset, you will call Chidema and check what her to understand why she did not call you today. So let's talk about the sources of fantasy. One of the sources of fantasy are the movies. You know, like some of us are always like watching Nollywood movies. But the major part of it are in Nollywood movies. They always show us that a lady called Adamma will be at the village suffering. After suffering for some time, one day she will go and fetch water to the stream. And going to the water, you see the prince coming back from the city, and the prince will met her on the road. Before you know it, stop them. They started falling in love. And before you know it, they started getting married. And one old woman from her mother's place will now go and be doing the do that